discussions. You got Nash in the building.
Got Ash in the building.
So what do you have for us today?
Why is it so hard to find good, solid people nowadays?
So you taking it first or me?
I mean, I could take it. I mean, I feel like this. Like, it's a lot of people nowadays that's putting on a facade. You know, they showing up as their representative, and then when you finally, start pulling back layers from an individual, you start really getting in tune to who this person really is and what their hidden agendas are, or what is their whole purpose of trying to be around you or get around you. Because some people have ill will and intent, they have things that you may not know what they up to. You know what I'm saying? They might be looking to get around you so they can, treat you like you're nothing, befriend you, for their own benefit. They're not nothing genuine. It might be their own benefit. They might see that you got, something going on and see that you excelling and things of that nature, but they're not reciprocating the same energy. Like, what is it that you could benefit from them besides them maybe just being a leech? I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Honestly, when I think about that as a whole, I think about opportunists, right? A lot of people, seize the moment and things. And a lot of people really is not genuinely happy within themselves. So, of course, they can't be happy for anyone else. And then a lot of people feel like, oh, no, you can't get ahead of me. I have to be ahead of you. And it's like that kind of mindset will have you always left behind anyway, because the person that you're competing with is not even in competition with you. You know what I mean? Like, especially when somebody know where they're going, know what they got going on, they don't see you. And if they do see you, they see you as motivation. Oh, that's what's up, like I could do that, or dang, that's making me get on my grind, let me get back to the drawing board real quick. But it's never in a competitive way. Because what's for you, what's for me, is what's for whoever is going to be for them. But a lot of people, don't even know what being genuine even means, right? For example, if somebody do something for somebody and if it's genuine, you wouldn't even mention it. Why would everybody need to know that you did that if you really did it from the heart? Or did you do it because you want to come across as a good person? Oh, well, she needed me or he needed me and I did such and such. If it's really genuine, you won't even mention it. You don't even count it as a favor. You don't count it as anything. Oh, that ain't about nothing. Baby, I did that, and keep it moving. Now I can see if something comes up and a conversation is being had, and people is like, oh no, nobody did this, blah 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 blah, and then you have to maybe do a reminder because you might feel a little bit of a way, like, whoa, what do you mean? Like, I made sure I came through, and everybody in the room don't know that I came through, but you know I came through. Because then now you come across as unappreciative, ungrateful, and forgetful of who was really there in the time of need. But that's why when people do find genuine people, they hold on to that, right? Because in this day and time, you really don't know anyone's intention.
No, you don't.
And I think that's the scariest thing ever, to really not know what is your real intent for me. Like, what are you really here for? What are we really doing? Especially if you vibing, having a good time, sharing your most vulnerable moments with people and things like that. You think that the love is genuine and is a mutual thing, but it's really not, because then certain situations occur and then you see it's the total opposite, or you test it, right? A lot of the times you figure out who's really genuine because you're testing it with something. And it can be the smallest thing, and that's what I always tell people. It's not more so of the act, it's the principle, right? The principle is what makes me say, nah, you get X'd out. You know what I mean? Because those are the things I wouldn't do to you. Those are the things that I think that is the duh, like, that's common sense. Like, who does that? But it's not so common. No. And that's when it really, really makes you, feel like I'm being very, very more mindful, more self-aware of who and what I let in, let around, and things like that. Because genuine people is rare, and it's really not much left. Is not. It's not.
No.
You know what I mean? So.
I feel like it goes back to the mindset of people as well.
Absolutely.
And especially given the mindset and given the fact that you have people that are those look at me type of people, that attention seeking mentality, whereas you have to, present and show everything that you're doing for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if somebody was in need of something, or you had to donate for somebody who was in need. For example, it might have been somebody who needed something as simple as you needing to buy, Pampers for their child or something, or anything, right? And the person to get up there and put that out there, like, oh yeah, I had to do for such and such, just because, like, you don't have to mention it. It's like, what is the benefit of that? Benefit of you mentioning that you did something for somebody else? Because if it was genuine, you would not have to mention it.
Or right before you go on, because I know why you're right there. Or the people that feed the homeless or give out the things and record it.
That part. It's like you get out there, okay, it's one thing showing what you're doing, or if you had a movement, or if you had an organization or something like that, that would be something totally different, because this is what you actually do. This is your whole mission, to go out and help people in need who are homeless and, lack housing and things of that nature, and have, a food insecurity going on and things of that nature. But for somebody to literally go out there and, just say that they did it, or go out there just that one day and say, oh yeah, look at me, I'm out here feeding them. No, we're not, it's not that.
And it's an invasion of privacy.
It's not cool. And then not only that, you sit around and you get around certain people, and this is where you see how people want to start bringing up what they did or didn't what they did for this individual, and then it's more so in the light of being negative. It's not being in the positive, like how you did something for somebody. It's being negative in a way of bashing somebody and making it as if you're not a person that may need help one day, or you might need somebody to do something for you, And it's sad. You often find people laughing at people that need something and help them out just so they can talk about them. Oh, you ain't saying that when I bought them groceries last week. You ain't say X, Y, and Z. Or that goes to show you, like, when somebody have a falling out with you, and you think that this person is genuine, and you thought that this person had your best interest at heart. And yes, friends do fall out, but not to that magnitude where they're airing out dirty laundry and airing out certain things that don't need to be said. If y'all had an argument or whatever the case may be, you should be able to agree to disagree, and as a friend come to a common ground. And if you a solid individual, you should never have to go tick for tack and show what you did or didn't do for somebody. Like, oh, I did this for you. Remember when you needed money for me to help you pay your rent? Remember this? Remember that? And people will start throwing things out there. Then they start bringing it to social media. Now social media is involved. Now embarrassment is setting. People going back and forth, or you got people that sit around and take pictures of certain things in your home, and and I feel like they saving it for a later date just in case you fall out with this individual and think, oh yeah, I got one up on this person just in case they think they try and play me. No, like, it's not cool. What was your real intentions of being friends with this person if you had to sit around and go and do that? You know what I'm saying? Or you got the ones that fake act like they giving out advice and going around telling other people, oh, I had to tell her X, Y, and Z and this, and the third. You don't have to tell her anything. Now just make it like you all that, and you
gotta figure it all out.
And you don't. But that's the problem. You got those people that act like they genuine, and then they come across as if they are the experts in your life. No, you're not the expert. You ain't got all the answers, and they're very judgy. And that's just really the thing of that.
You know what's so crazy? I always tell people that when you see a person act a certain way to people, right? People that are good to them, and they can talk about them, cross them, just do mean things for no apparent reason. And I always tell them, it's just not your turn yet. What part of that don't you understand? Because you're front and center, you're witnessing these things, and the other party has done nothing but good, show up for this person, do all these good things, and this person that's receiving is so negative, so spiteful, just do hateful things that's unnecessary, and you gotta scratch your head like, well, why did you say that? Like, why did you do that to her? What's really going on? You know what I mean? Like, this is deeper. It's something internal and up here with this person, because it's no way that I have somebody that's being good to me and I'm being the total opposite to them. And there's no way that the surrounding people would believe that this person is good to you when you're not around. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's just not your turn yet. And in situations like that, it always show you when it's your turn. And another thing, like a lot of people feel like you said, yes, sometimes in friendships people may have misunderstandings, and because the respect always got to stay there, right? Because if I respect you, I'm not going to take it to certain levels with you anyway. I'm gonna be more mindful about you. I'm not going to press the gas to any levels that I would on a person I could care less about. But the thing of the matter is this: I think that in all friendships and relationships, I need to weather the storm with you to know what's really going on. Because we all can have fun all day long. It could be a bunch of good times all day long. Life shows up. And I need to know where you stand at when life shows up. So at the end of the day, yeah, the rainbows is cool, but I need to know you're going to throw me in a life raft or not. Like, I could care less about singing and dancing and sharing secrets and whatever. No, when a storm come, are you beside me? Or are you in front of me guiding me this way? Or are you behind me making sure I still push forward? Where is your placement in all of this? Because that's what matters to me. That's when you know who's solid. That's when you know who shows up. That's when you know that, dad, listen, I know for a fact if this happened, call such and such. Call them. Or even if when there's something going on with me, they're coming. Period. That's what's important. That's when you're able to say, you know what, this person is solid. This is genuine. This is a reciprocation of what I get back, and it's just a bouncing back and forth thing between individuals. And people got to know that's just not a friendship. That's in romantic relationships, and that's also amongst family members. People just automatically assume because it's your family that you're going to get love shown to you, or that this person has your best interest at heart, but that's not always the case. A lot of people skip over it and give out passes because it's a family member. And it's like, hell no, I don't care who you are. At the end of the day, if you show me this, I believe you. I wholeheartedly believe you. And that I think those are the ones that hurt the most.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean?
Because people think, based off the nature of the relationship or the title of the relationship, they think, oh, they get a free go around to treat you any kind of way or talk to you crazy and all kinds of stuff. But that doesn't give you the green light to say that, oh, I'm gonna mistreat you, I'm gonna do all kinds of stuff to you based off of whether it be a family member, a friend, whatever. And people think because history is involved, that gives them the green light to say, oh, I know this person, I ain't even worried. No, it's not cool and it's not okay. And then you have some people that will literally place conditions on your friendship. Like, I don't need you placing no conditions on anything, because that right there lets me know that you're not genuine in the first place. When you gotta sit here and place unrealistic expectations on somebody and conditions, and when I say conditions, you have that what you can do for me type of person, that user that put that condition on you. So anytime you're doing something for this individual, it's okay. But as soon as the unknown contract has run out, or you can't do something for this individual,
unknown contract,
like can't do something for somebody, now is all these problems going on because you had these unrealistic expectations of the nature of the relationship, or you got people that's one-sided and think that you're supposed to do certain things that's not realistic here. It's like, are you okay? Like, that's not how that goes in this nature of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not a tick for tack thing, but if you're doing something for somebody, be genuine about it.
That's it.
I don't want to hear you throwing out what you did for me in my face, because the last thing I want to have is somebody telling me what they did for me and throwing it up in my face because either you wanted to do it or you didn't want to do it. That's the thing with people, and that's the problem. That's the problem right there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a real lack of understanding and a lack of respect when it comes down to certain people that you bring around your circle. And it's more so like once somebody starts showing you who they are, now it's time to hit the chopper block, and that comes with experience at the end of the day, because the last thing you really want around you is somebody that's just disingenuous. They're not trying to really be your friend. They trying to, you know, be your friend for their own personal benefit and things of that nature. It might be something very small, but they trying to reap the benefits of you. And then in turn, they treating you like a piece of shit on a stick. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, are you okay? And then you address the situation, and this person is continually repeating the same behaviors over and over again. And that right there is not okay either. Or you might fall out with this person, and the one little thing that you're bringing up, they want to cut you off as if you're the one that was wrong. Or they act as if you owe them an apology when you were the one that was done wrong. There got to be some serious issues going on upstairs if you think in your brain that I owe you an apology when you're the one that did me wrong. You know, or those people that think they can say what they want, when they want, how they want to say it to a person, and think that somebody is not even supposed to feel any kind of way.
Absolutely. You don't get to tell me when I'm done being hurt or feel a way about your actions.
Absolutely not.
You don't get to decide that. I don't care if an apology is issued. Timing, my time. Because once you put something out there, you don't get to tell me how to react. Whether whatever your intent was, all I could do is know how it made me feel at the end of the day. And honestly, you really have to be mindful. When you got to know who you're dealing with. Everybody is not dealt with in the same manner. Some people have tough skin. Some people are, you know, fragile. Some people, you know, you could bounce it back and forth and talk your mess together. You just got to know. That's why it's always important to know who you're dealing with, no matter what kind of relationship it is, because everybody can't be dealt with the same way. We might joke about something, and I might try to joke over there with somebody else, and they really having a whole, oh my God, would you say that? Dude, I'm joking. Like, stop it, please. But again, just because I might care about it, you might be hurt. I mean, I really don't know. But yes, a lot of people do things to you and expect you to stay silent or just brush it off. Absolutely not, because again, because if you think about it, if you see somebody do something small and it like stirs something up in you, imagine if you keep on accepting that, it's going to turn into something big, and you're going to have to sit there and ask yourself, why was I accepting to the minuscule things to begin with, to let it even build to something this big, and then I can't even control it at this point. And now I'm acting out off of something that may have been small, but it's a buildup of things. So people really needs to check things right in the here and now. And that's the stuff I respect. I always say that I really don't respect it when people don't check a situation in the moment. You have to. Yeah. I just feel like everybody is grown, right? We all grown, and it's like, what's the most good you're going to do to me? Get smart with me? I mean, I wouldn't want to say get physical with me, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, I don't really know what it is that you're going to, what? Are you going to get smart? You're going to, you want to fight me? Like, what do you think that you're trying to do to me? Like, that I'm supposed to, like, cower in a corner like a little doggy or a little toddler and back down because your voice is louder than mine? So, like, what? You're going to come through with some cutthroat words or something? Like, what are you going to do? Like, I mean, seriously, for me to not be able to address you in that moment. Like, if you're able to say those things or do that or make a solid decision about something that you know is going to hurt me or whatever, whatever it comes back to you is just what comes back to you. I'm not concerned. You can't be concerned about things like that because people aren't concerned about you.
No, they're not. And it's crazy because you have those type of people that you address and they want to overtalk you because they're not willing to take accountability, and it goes back to accountability. Like, you have to be accountable in friendships. You have to make people accountable for their behaviors and their actions at the end of the day. Because what you're not going to do is think you're going to carry me every chance you get.
It's weird though.
You're not going to carry me because it's going to get real heavy for you. You're not doing that. Because at the end of the day, you think you're carrying somebody. Then you got those individuals that you thinking everything all good and y'all solid. You thinking everything cool and y'all solid. And next thing you know, you got the person hit you below the belt, and you like, oh, pause. Like, where did all this come from? I'm confused now. Like, I'm not understanding what's happening, right? Those are the type of people that'll wait and sit around and bring up certain things around people or in front of people. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you sitting up here trying to embarrass somebody? People gotta understand it's a time and a place for things. Not, oh, I can say what I want. No, you cannot. Because you do not want nobody saying nothing to you or anything to you. You don't want nobody disrespecting you. You can sit up here and demand respect, but are you respecting other people? Respect is a two-way street. Mm-hmm. Let's not get cute here, right? Mm-hmm. You sitting around here trying to think you carrying people, bringing up things that is unnecessary and is unwarranted, and then you gotta look around, and then when somebody check you on some stuff, you're looking around like a deer in headlights, or you're trying to get loud or making justifications or excuses for the behaviors that has transpired. Like, you cannot do that. As a grown adult, you have to really take a step back and really sit back and reflect on some things, because it's easier to deflect, off of other people and things instead of sitting down and looking at your own shit and really getting in tune with what you got going on, and why do you think that it's okay in your brain to disrespect people and make people feel a way about something, regardless of whether it happened 50 or 60 years ago, however you want to place it. But it's not your place. It's not your place to bring that up. You're bringing up things that is unnecessary and doesn't need to be brought up in that moment. It doesn't make sense to me.
No, that's weird. You know what? You got to think about it, right? The things that people choose to indulge in, their conversation matters, just things overall, let you know exactly what they got going on in life. I don't know if I want to place you in a category of miserable. I don't know if I want to place you in a category of just not having enough going on that you have to go out and dial up in somebody else's business. I really don't know if I need to place you in the immature category. I mean, I really don't know where I should place you at. Because people that really got stuff going on and it's at peace and trying to evolve and grow and taking accountability and has their self-awareness and just being vulnerable in moments they're normally not vulnerable in, don't indulge in things like that. That kind of stuff, that's not nowhere that they don't touch in those areas.
No, they don't.
That right there says a lot about people.
Oh, it says a whole lot.
It says too much about you that I'm not interested in.
No.
You understand? Because what's really going on?
But that's the thing. And it's crazy now that I think about it. It really make you think about how negative, very negative, because those are the type of people that'll wait for something to happen just so they can do some bullshit to you. They'll wait for the littlest thing to happen just so they can go ham on you. Just so they can treat you like you ain't shit. The littlest thing they want to run and jump all over you on.
And it's not cool. I just feel like if you really genuinely love someone and you see that they having a bad time, right, and they're in a space where they're already broken down, why would you break them down even more? Why would you even speak or do things that is with malice intent? Stuff like that, I really don't understand. I don't understand those kind of behaviors. Like, is your life that messed up? Like, what do you have going on? I really don't. I don't know what that's. You can't even find a word for it because it's just that it's sad. It's really sad. Because it's and this is why I always go back and say, listen, you can be in a room with people that have less than you. But the confidence and the way people gravitate towards these people is like it's so magnetic that other people hate that. they jealous of that. Or, people will see you keep on passing each test that's supposed to break you. And they're like, damn, she's still standing, he's still standing. How? Because if that was me, I would have broke a long time ago. But no, some people is fueled by that. They keep that and they keep it pushing. That's gonna keep me going. Like, dang, this ain't work out or this ain't happen, but I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going forward because this is nothing. Especially for people that comes from like traumatic backgrounds and people that had to maybe grow up before their time or had to carry more than they were supposed to carry. Stuff that normally would break a normal individual gonna break those people, right? They just built different. And a lot of people that really didn't go through things in life can identify with stuff like that. Because again, those are the people that one little thing triggers them and it comes into mental health and things like that. It comes down to, oh, life is just too hard, or I don't know which way to go. Like they're not solution focused. Mm-hmm. They're not, oh man, brush that off and keep it pushing. That's light work. Like, I mean, you should see what I was just up against the other day. Like that's nothing to me. You know what I mean? And those are things that come. Those are that life teach you that. Mm-hmm. That comes in survival. That comes in no matter what's thrown my way. I'm gonna keep it pushing. No matter, even if it's something that I can't even see that I can overcome, I'm still going to overcome it because that's all I know how to do. Right? So a lot of times people are like still stuck back in moments in their life that there was either somebody that hurt them or somebody they just don't know how somebody else is so confident, or if somebody else's life is going away that they wish their life is going. There's so many reasons why people are so negative for stuff they don't even have to be negative for. I mean, they can look at a TV show and it's negativity coming out of it. They could be looking at somebody walk down the street and it's negativity coming up out of it. It could be a positive thing somebody's doing and it's negativity coming from this person. Mm-hmm. How did you find something negative for that? Mm-hmm. I mean, how? It could be down to, I would have never painted that sign that color. Who gives a crap about the sign? What the mission here? Was it accomplished? Did it help somebody? I don't care if the daggone font or the colors and the thing ain't what you would have did.
Oh, I would have never bought that house for that price. Oh, wow, I would have never did that. But did you ever do it? Oh, okay, you wouldn't have never did it because you didn't do it, right?
That's the thing. And that's just sad. And you would really benefit more if you just say, can you show me how you did that? Listen, you got it going on. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, you doing your thing. Like, I was thinking about X, Y, and Z. Like, can you, like, put me in the right direction? You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm struggling right here. Like, I know you had to go through this phase. What did you do when you got right here? Because I just can't get to the next step right now. Simple conversations, because people that are accomplished and, already been through, like, some crazy cycles in life, they're willing to help you. Free of charge. You know what I mean? It's the people that still have a mindset that, oh, if I help him or her, they're going to get ahead of me. Not realizing you already did these steps. So how you should be ready all the way up there. How can these people that's down here that's trying to get to step 1 and you're supposed to be on step 100 can get ahead of you? How? Unless you see something in that individual that you wish that you had, although you're on step 100.
Or certain things bring out that insecurity in people.
Absolutely. So I just feel like this, in life you really gotta know who you're surrounded by, right? You really gotta know where you're going, you really gotta know what you want, and you really have to set up boundaries. The minute that you know that something is not for you or individual or showing you who you are, believe them. Why do you need a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? And again, it goes back to, like you said, history with a person. Oh, you justify it because of the type of love you have for these people. So you gotta find justifications in it because it's just kind of like mind blowing, and it's not hitting you mentally, it's hitting you emotionally, right? So you just like can't really like wrap your mind like that. They ain't really mean it. Do you think that? Well, maybe it was. I don't know, but it's still sitting with you.
Yeah.
It's still. In your mind, you're thinking of a million ways that it played out and you just can't understand why, right? But at the end of the day, people are who they are. No matter how they dress it up, they can't uphold it for long. You gotta see straight through it. You understand? Because if people want to show you who they are every time, I don't care if it take a day, a month, a year. They're going to show you who they are, and you just gotta wait for the hook. And that's why a lot of the times you can't get too comfortable. You gotta be waiting for it's something else coming. You gotta be on guard. It's sad to say, but that's why it's important to surround yourself with people that you don't have to be guarded with. That you know that, listen, this is a two-way street with us. Like, I know this is that. I ain't gotta worry about all of that. Ain't no competition, because I don't do competition with nobody but myself, okay? Whatever I want, I'm gonna go get it. If it's good, if it enter here, it's going to happen. And that's just what it is, and that's just always how I operate it. So, you know, especially when you know, a lot of the times people don't know what sacrifice looks like, right? Especially when you may have to go through trials and tribulations that other people didn't never go through, right? So you don't feel like it's nobody to be in a competitive seat with, like, because a lot of times people might pass you, and like whether it's a career, education, buying houses, relationships, anything. It could be a multitude of things, but everybody have a season. Everybody have a winning season, a season where they're broken, a season where when they're just trying to figure it all out. And you gotta allow them to enjoy, you know, the trials and tribulations they've been through, enjoy the sunshine and the rainbows, because they deserve that. But so many people don't know how to do that. They sit around and be jealous of other people in their season. Everybody get a season. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, and that's the problem with people. They sit around and they want to compare and contrast people. Oh, why did you do this? Why did this person do that before you? It doesn't matter what somebody did or didn't do before me or after me or whatever the case may be. Who are you to compare me to anybody? What's for me, it will be for me at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And people need to realize that.
And I agree 1,000%. And this is exactly why it's important to set up those boundaries. Everybody hear boundaries and be like, ooh, boundaries. No, healthy boundaries. They are necessary because they teach people how to deal with you in what manner that you are willing to be dealt with, what you want to accept and what you're not accepting. And that's really the gist of it. Do what's best for you. Be surrounded by people that's genuinely and really have you in their best interest, and vice versa. And just enjoy life with peace, because the minute you see any negativity, you got to weed that out and don't even indulge in any of that. And this is Nash signing off.
Ed signing off.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.